Good afternoon. I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. Another gloomy day here in Metro Detroit. And now we're talking about the chance of a rain-snow mix, not just tomorrow, but perhaps opening day. We'll talk all about it coming up.
Also, first at 4, dangerous infatuation. Hazel Park police uncover tracking devices on the cars of a woman and her boyfriend. We'll tell you who's under arrest. We are also tracking earthquake rescue efforts after so many buildings collapsed just like this. Scary moments people will never forget. Plus, here's Paula.
There's a reason scientists are so super excited specifically about Monday's solar eclipse, because what they learned from this one affects us on Earth.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for being with me. I'm Christy McDonald in for Karen Drew today. First at 4, Hazel Park police say they uncovered a story of romantic obsession after a woman was pistol whipped while sitting in her car. 52-year-old G.U. of Rochester Hills is facing charges. Police say that she attacked a woman on Shevlin Avenue in Hazel Park last Friday. They say further investigation uncovered tracking devices on the victim's car and her boyfriend's as well. Police say that Yu admitted she developed an infatuation with the boyfriend after seeing him at a local gym. Yu now faces several charges, including aggravated stalking and felonious assault. Ann Arbor police are looking for connections between a stabbing on a bus today and 2 other recent incidents. This morning at about 8 o'clock, police say they responded to an Ann Arbor area transit bus on Fuller Road. They say it looks like a 25-year-old woman and a 21-year-old man bumped into each other on the bus. Police say the young man took out a knife and slashed the woman across the chest. He is now in custody. She's hospitalized in stable condition. Police are now reviewing 2 other stabbing incidents from March 27th and April 1st. We're going to keep you posted on this case. Well, leading up to the big NFL draft in Detroit, human trafficking is getting some attention as members of law enforcement and the hospitality business band together. The Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association held a training session this morning at the Weston Book Cadillac. Now, data shows a significant number of survivors say traffickers and exploiters use hotels for their operations. The Wayne County prosecutor says these 2 groups joining forces and getting educated is key.
This gives us more tools in our toolbox to work together because, as we all know, the predators in human trafficking are very, very good at what they do. And that's why we have to stand together, united, and try to combat this and get our victims and survivors to cooperate.
This training program included members of the FBI and Homeland Security. The name of the program is No Room for Trafficking in Detroit. Well, many of us are counting down to opening day at Comerica Park on Friday as we go ahead and take a live look there. We need to get through some rain and possibly some snowflakes before then. I mean, it wouldn't be an opening day without him. Kim Adams joins us now to look where things are headed. Hey, Kim.
No, well, you know, it's more of a tailgating issue than it is the actual game, but we'll talk about that coming up in the main forecast. But right now, we're just looking at a very gloomy day here with a few sprinkles out there, and it's chilly. We expected this. 44 in Detroit, 45 in Howell. Low 40s in Pontiac and Adrian. Exact-Track 4D radar, we've got a little bit of rain out to our west, and then a few more just very spotty showers in parts of Oakland County and even into Macomb County in Warren. But Berkeley, Southfield, Birmingham getting a few sprinkles, also West Bloomfield and in Pontiac. And you can see this area of low pressure just continuing to spin off to our east. And over the next couple of days, we do expect a rain, possibly a rain-snow mix, although it would just be, you know, a few flakes here and there, as temps will be above freezing for the majority of the day. We'll talk more about opening day and the eclipse coming up.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Kim. One of the biggest stories of the day is the search for survivors and victims after a massive earthquake in Taiwan. At least 9 people have died there, many more are injured, and this was the scene in a neighborhood about 11 miles away from the epicenter. Search and rescue teams are using special detection devices and dogs to try to locate anyone still trapped in collapsed buildings. Let's bring in Kimberly Gill now from the newsroom. She's got more info on us and the new video from when the quake hit. Kim?
Hi, Christy. Good afternoon. We're told this earthquake is the strongest to hit Taiwan in nearly 25 years. The magnitude was 7.4, and right now emergency officials say more than 1,000 people are injured. The quake hit during the morning rush hour there. Several pieces of video show the quake's impact. This clip comes from Reuters, and you can see the entire building shaking until it starts to collapse to the ground. The rubble giving off a plume of smoke. The quake also set off tsunami warnings into the Philippines and Japan. And remember, this happened just as everyone was starting their day, like this news anchor you're about to see, who kept reading in spite of the newsroom starting to just shake. Everything around her was shaking.
那么现场你们可以看到呢，其实现在我本人在现场几乎站都站不稳了。那尤其我们的天花板哦，几乎是剧烈的摇晃，很多东西都掉下来。也提醒在电视机前的观众朋友呢，务必要小心安全。那尤其现在地震。
So we don't have a translation of what she's saying, but it looks as if she was struggling to stay upright, as you can see there. In the newsroom, studio lights were swinging and the entire place seemed to be swaying back and forth. It's definitely one of those moments those people will never forget. Taiwan is mobilizing the military to bring relief supplies to anyone who needs them. Right now, the number of people missing or trapped or stranded keeps fluctuating, as you can imagine, as authorities are receiving new reports about those who are lost and those who have been found. There's still so much work to be done. Taiwan is regularly jolted by quakes, and its population is among the best prepared. But this time, authorities expected a relatively mild earthquake and did not send out alerts. NBC News crews are working to gather new video and new information. Our coverage will continue when you join us for Local 4 News at 5. For now, Christy, we'll send it back to you in the studio for more news of the day.
All right, thanks so much, Kim. The bodies of 6 foreign aid workers killed during Israeli airstrikes in Gaza have started their final journeys home. A convoy of ambulances carried them to the Rafah crossing into Egypt on their way to their home countries. The victims include a Canadian-American dual national, plus people from Britain, Poland, Australia, and Canada. The 7th victim in the strikes was their Palestinian driver. Right now, a preliminary investigation shows the Israeli military misidentified the group's vehicles during the night, in spite of the decals showing they worked for the World Central Kitchen. All right, back here at home, all eyes will be on the sky. I mean, with protective glasses, of course, in just 5 days. We are moving closer to that total solar eclipse that everyone is talking about. Many of you are looking for the best viewing spot and the right viewing equipment, but scientists are super amped up for some other reasons. Paula Tutman joins us from high atop Detroit to explain why. Hi, Paula.
Hi, Christy. Hi, everybody. Yeah, you know what? Eclipses, we have them. They're around. Yeah, they're absolutely cool when you're able to see them, like you said, with the right protective eye gear. But there's something very, very specific about this particular eclipse. Actually, it's this particular sun that has scientists believing that they're going to be able to unlock some very interesting secrets. So it just looks like the sun to us, but there is so much more to it. The sun actually goes through different cycles. This particular cycle is one that lasts about 11 years, in which there are different levels of activity.
The sun has a lot of material that's coming off the surface all the time, and so we call those prominences. Sometimes we have the magnetic fields on the sun will get tangled with one another, and they'll just kind of snap a lot of charged material out into space, and that is a solar flare.
And that was Dr. Shannon Schmal. She's the director of the Abrams Planetarium at Michigan State University. Sometimes the sun has more activity, sometimes less. Right now, we're nearing its peak activity level, and that's the difference with this particular eclipse from a scientific viewpoint. Heather Futrell is with NASA's heliophysics program. Fancy talk for the study of the sun, the planets, and how they interact with one another.
Because we're at a period of solar max, there should be a little bit more activity in the sun's corona. So I'm hoping that, we can see some wisps that come out from around the side of the moon and some other kind of tangled pieces, like maybe some of the magnetic field, to see what's kind of happening at the origins of where space weather begins in the corona.
So there's a better chance than last time that we might get to actually see a solar flare in progress during the eclipse.
And she's excited about the eclipse, both personally and scientifically. So first, scientifically.
This is a really important and interesting process that can directly affect us on Earth.
Because the sun is moving into its most active cycle in more than a decade, the eclipse gives an even closer window into the world of the sun.
So the better we can understand those processes and make predictions and understand how that might affect us, the better.
And her personal interest has everything to do with how wildlife, specifically birds, will react to this solar eclipse.
So I'm going to pay a lot more attention to what sounds they're doing, what their behaviors are like.
Hey, where'd everybody go? You know what? Gotta have these. Really, really cool stuff. Stay with us because at 5:30 we're going to be talking about how they're looking for these, the right glasses, but also they're trying to figure out why some places are better places than others to view, and we're going to break all of that down for you coming up at 5:30.
I love
Chrissy.
it, Paula. We'll see you then. And of course, we'll have live coverage for you all day on Monday afternoon on Local 4 Plus and on Local 4. I'm going to Toledo, I'm sure with thousands of my friends from Michigan.